The Destruction of Drake by JAMARI. Yeah, man, if you listen to hip hop, I ain't even got to go into it, man. Y'all know the whole Kendrick Lamar versus Drake beef been going on, but it's actually over now. The beef is done, at least as far as Drake is concerned. But yeah, man, a lot of heavy, serious allegations been levied against Drake, and the man even got his house shot at, which is y'all wilding for that one. But I'm guessing that's gonna have something to do with what JAMARI is talking about today. If he has any other information to add, that's the reason I like watching his videos, because he does his research and he looks into it. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know anything outside of the stuff that Kendrick said in his disses and Drake's house getting shot at. Any other information, it'll be new to me. So let's go ahead and find out. Without further ado, let's get it.
So over the last week, or really the last couple of days, we have finally gotten the battle we have been wanting for the greater part of the last 2 decades.
It was so good, bro.
True to form rapper versus the biggest pop star of our generation.
Yeah.
The beef has actually pushed Drake into a very tough position. I'm talking about people in clubs booing when his music comes on.
Oh? Yo, that was booing Drake in his music. This ain't in concert, obviously, but I'm saying it's in the club, though.
And now the whole internet is clowning him and dancing to him being called a creeper.
Yeah. Certified.
Even the
shit, the DJ took the mic and decided to put a little more oomph, a little more emphasis on that thing. Certified. Come on, bro. You didn't have to do that. These niggas, dog, that song is definitely a club bop, though. That Not Like Us go crazy. Even discounting the lyrics, discounting what's being said, just the beat, the way he flowing on that thing go crazy, bro. So you know that thing's gonna be played in the club. Look at that.
Drake stands in the world would have to admit this damaged his reputation.
Yes, sir.
Like a big dirty smudge on a brand new.
Oh my God.
T-shirt. These are two artists who I have
not the smudge on the white tee.
And despite their subject matter and overall catalogs being completely different, they have always been compared in talks about the best rapper of the generation or the best rapper alive.
Right.
He is the underdog that's extremely hungry, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe it was you that was like, is Kendrick Lamar your biggest competition like in this generation or whatever? And I think that Kendrick has like the utmost potential, man.
It should be noted here that people used to
respect back then.
3 rappers were Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole. But recently Mr. Fulton Close went and etched his own face off of that monument of rap, but that really might have been in his best interest.
I'm gonna say, bro, that whole little situation was simply way more serious than J. Cole thought it was initially. That's literally what happened. J. Cole thought this was gonna be just a battle of the bars, but when he realized, oh, wait a minute, this ain't just a battle of bars, these niggas really don't like each other. I ain't got nothing to do with this. This ain't my business. That's what you're supposed to do. It ain't J. Cole running from the fade, the way y'all like to say it. Like, that's not what was going on. He wasn't running from no fade, he wasn't ducking no fade. Bruh, like J. Cole can go bar for bar with anybody, even Kendrick. That would have been a crazy battle. It probably would have been a better battle than Drake, not counting the like actual serious allegations and stuff like that, because that's what made the disses crazy. But if it was just going bar for bar, that would have been ridiculous between Cole and Kendrick. But Cole don't actually have any real disdain for Kendrick, so it's like, bro, I can't just keep dissing you. Like, what I'm gonna say? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, so he bowed out for a good reason. I don't know why everybody was on his head about it.
Apparently, Schoolboy Q made the call to J. Cole's flip phone. Either way, Kendrick really did not like the big 3 buddy ending to this rap fairy tale. He did not want to be involved in first-person shooter, the single on their little friendship tape. Kendrick said, F that, it ain't the big 3, it's Kendrick. Big me. Then, of course, J. Cole would infamously reply, or really apologize.
No, this is not what a lot of people want to hear. I know I can hear my niggas up there right now like, nah, don't do that. But I got to keep it 100 with y'all. Right? In my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I moved in a way that I spiritually feel bad on me. I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a fucking microphone?
And that's a fact. That is a
The
fact.
message was loud and clear that he should bow out gracefully before he got caught in the lethal crossfire. Don't ride your bike, J. Cole, because this has gotten nasty. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
and by lethal crossfire, I don't think J. Cole is doing anything crazy. It's just that he ain't what he gonna do? He in there dissing with regular bars that would have been cold, but it's just regular bars about how much better he is than Kendrick, while they taking actual personal shots at each other. That's goofy.
about babies with best friends, Drake Steen allegations. The
Oh
pot
my
has
goodness.
boiled over, my people. I think
I
a lot of
tried that
people
shit
knew
before and it
going
didn't work
into
for me.
this that Drake would be fighting an uphill battle. Yes, he's obviously the more popular artist, but he also has a lot more haters. And when it comes to
You fucking
Kendrick,
pictures.
everything about his career has been so masterfully crafted and planned that you know he was gonna come into this battle prepared. Drake, on the other hand, seems more sporadic, more all over the place. He's had more scandals. It's kind of like Drake has been living out boyish fantasy after boyish fantasy, changing identities every year for the last decade.
Bruh.
Today, baby. What happened to Kyrie today, baby? I did what Kobe did in Game 7 against the Celtics.
Not to say
Oh.
that either one is coming out of this beef squeaky clean smelling like roses. Because like I said, it's gotten nasty. But
got real
Kendrick
nasty.
came out and straight up punched Drake in the face with this song Euphoria. Baited him with the timestamp song, knocked him down on the canvas with Meet the Grams after Drake thought he had a good round, and then not
And
like
that's the fucked up part. Family Matters was actually really good. It's just that Meet the Grams, the twist on Meet the Grams is so ridiculous with the whole daughter thing and the whole you are a PDF file thing. It just was like it made Family Matters irrelevant. And so after he killed him with Meet the Grams, he dances on top of his grave with Not Like Us. It's like, oh man, it's over with, bro. And again, I'm gonna just say this before he even gets there so I don't have to pause it because he's gonna talk about it, obviously. The whole thing about Drake and his team sending false information over to Kendrick that he had a daughter, I don't understand why everyone thought that was a big reveal. Like, if he did do that, if he did send that false information over to Kendrick just to get him to rap about it, why? What purpose did that serve? Why did you do that? Just to come on the Hard Part 6 and say, no, I didn't. Drake, you have a daughter. No, I don't. Drake, you are a PDF file. No, I'm not. That's literally what he said. He didn't debunk, disprove nothing. He literally just said, no, I'm not. No, I don't. That's literally what he said on the Hard Part 6. The Hard Part 6 was a nothing ass response to Meet the Grams and Not Like Us. It was nothing. Like, Drake, you went out bad in this beef, bro. You got obliterated. Oh, the Hard Part 6, you might well not even have made that. But I guess he made it for the purpose of letting them know that, yo, I bowed out of the beef and I don't have a daughter. Information was fake. All right, cool. But I don't understand why you told him that then. Why you had your team tell him that. It don't make no sense to me. Don't make no sense to me. But yeah. Now that I got that out of there, we just hit play. I ain't got to pause it when we get to that part.
Kendrick dancing on his grave. And don't get me
Hey, he
wrong,
said the same
guys,
thing as me.
Family Matters diss was great, but so was Takeover by Jay-Z. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good it was because Kendrick immediately
When they
buried
came with that ether, it was over with.
the accusations a mere 20 minutes after it dropped. I bet Drake thought he could finally lay back at the end of the night and it all be sweet. Probably start again all loaded up. Placed
Nah,
a couple
brother.
of bets, and then Kendrick came in swinging and attacked his family and reputation on one track, comparing the man to the likes of Weinstein and Karl Malone, to name a few.
Yeah.
And with Drake's long history of questionable activity with minors.
Yes, okay, and I was gonna speak on that too. When people talk about the whole, it's even allegations being thrown around because Drake said Kendrick beats his girl, and Kendrick said Drake is a PDF. But the thing about that is, when it comes to Drake's situation, there's more credence being lent to that based on the things that we already know and based on the things we've seen Drake do and say. There's literally no credence being lent to Kendrick Lamar beating his girl. That's literally just hearsay. Like, of course, it's not proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that Drake is actually a PDF, but there's things that he's done and said that can make you be like, okay, I can kind of see that. I don't know that it's true for a fact, but I could believe it. When it comes to Kendrick beating his wife, that's literally up in the air. Maybe he does, but maybe anybody does. Like, Kendrick isn't more, it's not more likely that Kendrick beats his wife than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's literally just hearsay. You know what I'm saying? And as far as I've seen from Kendrick's temperament, it's hard to even get this man to raise his voice, aside from like him being on a rap track. I just don't see him beating women. Now, we don't need to have a whole discussion in the comment section about that, about the type of people that beat women. I know it stretches all across the board. You got crazy, loud, erratic motherfuckers, and you got silent but deadly motherfuckers, I guess is what you would want to say. But I'm just saying, man, Drake, your allegations are bad. They're worse, in my humble opinion. And there's more credence being lent to them. So you gotta hold that.
People began resurfacing a ton of clips and pictures and strange tweets. Just watch as a 14 to 15-year-old Millie Bobby Brown explains her relationship with the then 32-year-old Drake.
Oh, I didn't even know about her.
I met Drake in an Australian hotel. I was touring, and he was touring too. And honestly, his managers just came up to my dad and said, Drake loves the show, come to his show tonight. I was like, are you joking me? Drake? He wants to see me? And I was like, okay, we're going. So I had my outfit prepared.
Yeah, I'd have went too.
And he was such a fanboy, and I was such a fangirl that honestly, we text all the time.
Yeah, but he went crazy
helps
with it.
me with everything, like just life lessons. And we went to dinner afterwards, and we had dinner the next day, and then we met in Sydney.
I don't know about y'all, but that's
yeah, Drake.
to me for a 32-year-old man to want to wine and dine a 14-year-old.
Yeah, she real young with it now. Come on, Drake.
To be straight up texting her like direct communication is even more out of pocket. But it somehow gets worse.
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just text each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more."
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
You don't, bro. I can't see a situation in which I would ever text a 14-year-old, "I miss you so much," and you in your goddamn 30s. What? That has to literally be a relative of yours. And even then, it's like, all right, nigga, like, chill out. We'll see each other again.
About boys, he helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
Fuck out of here.
Got your ass.
Damn.
Seriously, what the hell was that? I mean, to be fair, both of these guys have alleged some absolutely disgusting things against each other. So far, neither of them has shown any evidence. And I do feel like if someone could still come forward with proof of what they say, I think that would automatically give them the W and make the other person look really foolish.
Yeah. I would say that if proof were able to come forward that Kendrick does, in fact, beat on his wife, then... yeah, you kind of gotta flip everything around. Kendrick probably still won the beef overall because Drake literally quit. But it's like, yeah, Kendrick, like, you worse because you have not proved Drake of being anything beyond a shadow of a doubt. But if he proves beyond a shadow of a doubt you beat your wife, then yeah, it's over with. Get this man off my screen, bruh.
What's this?
I hate that he's good for memes. Get him out of here.
Kendrick got him to take the bait 3 different times. First with the Like That single, he knew that Drake's ego could not handle hearing It's Just Big Me.
Yeah.
Kendrick knew that record was also hot enough to get Future in the mix, and that it would climb to the charts quickly, which was already him beating Drake at his own numbers game. Then, of course, he scared J. Cole so much he left the lobby.
Bro, come on,
Drake
man.
Responds by calling Kendrick a midget with small feet, while also mentioning his wife Whitney by name. Still, people
oh
like
my
the record.
goodness.
Of course, they clowned Kendrick. He then waited a few weeks to plan out his response and dropped the Euphoria record, where for the first time ever he would call Drake out by name. This song was really him showing off his entire range. People really loved it, and it was making quite the buzz on social media, which is once again Drake's game. And so Drake takes a couple of days. People force DJ.
Look at akademiks.
And he eventually comes through with a long response where he chooses to address several people like Rick Ross and A$AP Rocky. But of course, the main person that people cared about him addressing was Kendrick.
K-Dot.
He ended up calling him out for beating on his wife. And also claimed that she cheated on Kendrick and had a baby with his right-hand man, Dave Free.
Okay, that's what Dave Free is.
Got the good kid Mad City van just to crush it for his...
yeah, he crazy for that. Hey, that was a nice touch. I ain't gonna lie, Drake.
Trapped him in the corner. Because only 20 minutes later, he would release Meet the Grams, stomping all over Drake's actually very good record
he is so petty for that, dog. I think he was waiting. I think Kendrick had that thing uploaded. Like, bro, as soon as Drake posts a response, make my shit go live. Like, he is funny for that.
Rapped really well.
And it worked.
Talking about him and his whole family catching heat, and his friends being called out as a group of bad people who prey on vulnerable women. Also claiming that Drake apparently has an 11-year-old daughter.
Yep.
Just like when Pusha T forced Drake to reveal his son.
Mm-hmm.
First, Drake would once again respond on his Instagram page saying that he needs to see this 11-year-old daughter of his. Either way, the damage had already been done.
Yeah.
Drake fans were scrambling for answers. And then, of course, the following morning, we would get the kill shot that had people dancing to Kendrick, straight up calling him a PDF file. Then the next day, Drake, of course, releases From the Heart 6.
Oh my
play on the
God.
popular Kendrick Lamar series of songs. And this response started out somewhat strong, but it quickly derailed.
I am a war general seasoned in preparation. My jacket is covered in medals honored in decoration.
This man was ready for battle.
We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old.
You got the AI reading it,
We
bro.
thought about giving a fake name or destination, but you so thirsty you're not concerned with investigation.
So he's saying that Kendrick is full of shit, as are his allegations, and that they tricked his ass and he took the bait.
I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones we dug up in that excavation? And why isn't Whitney denying all the allegations?
The allegations he's talking about are the same.
Now I do want to say that Whitney and Kendrick, they don't really use their social media in general. Like they don't really be on social media like that. They live a quiet, humble life as celebrities. Well, he's a celebrity, she's his celebrity wife, but y'all get what I'm saying. They don't really be on social media like that. So she probably don't feel the need to clear up no rumor. Like I don't need to go on the internet and say, oh, my husband doesn't beat me and anything. Not to mention that really wouldn't matter, because even if she did go on social media and try to clear that up, people would say that, oh, no woman usually admits that they get beat on until they're out of their relationship, and then they go like, yeah, he used to beat me. Like, that's normally how it goes. Women don't admit that they get beat on while they're in the relationship. So it really wouldn't matter. So she probably like, I ain't need to say nothing. I just ain't gonna say shit. Like, why? He ain't got no evidence. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to respond to his baseless ass accusations.
Kendrick's wife cheated and had a child.
But you gotta respond to the accusations that he levied against Drake. You can't just not say nothing.
With people claiming that he hired a media team to make the story disappear. This is what Kendrick had to say about it back in Old's Breakfast Club interview.
There was a shocking story about you, and I was like, there's no way this is true.
Yeah.
Oh, a story came out back then?
And you beat some guy bloody, and you did something to some female.
Yeah.
And they said they had evidence and all of this, and then I never heard anything about it again.
Yeah, because it's foolishness. It's the most ignorant stuff I've ever heard made up on
I was like,
on
Kendrick did that? I doubt it.
And, you know, that person, whoever made that up, owes an apology. Not to me, but to women that actually go out there and get abused.
I was like, I'm sure if that happened, there'd have been a police report. You would have been arrested.
That's foolishness. That's ignorant.
Yeah, celebrities can't get away with beating people up in public and then just go home. Like, I know people have hush money, but bro, if Kendrick Lamar beat somebody bloody in the middle of the goddamn city where other people are around and did something to a woman, that shit would make all of the news. Are you serious? Like, you think we ain't gonna see that? Come on now.
Heart emojis under pics of the child. Speaking of anything with the child, let's get to that now. This Epstein angle was the shit that I expected.
Like, why would you expect that? Why would you think Kendrick would be on his Chris Hansen? I don't know. It's just weird to me that he thought someone would accuse him of being a creep.
My mom...
Because if I were to get into a rap beef with somebody, that's not what I would expect someone to say, because I haven't done anything like that. Anything around that. Like, that's the last thing I would expect. That would catch me completely off guard. Like, you calling me a what? Huh? Why? What's your explanation, my nigga? Because hell no.
Came over today and I was like, mother, I. Oh, wait a second.
Dumbass.
That's that one record where you say you got did.
Like, what the f is this dude talking about? He's making light of sexual. He then goes on to claim this is why
Drake's dumb anyway. He didn't say that in that song.
Oh, me. I just made the whole connection. This about to get so depressing. This is trauma from your own confessions. This when your father leave you home alone with no protection, so neglected. This why these file routes and shit you so obsessed with, it's so excessive.
Continuing to make
Drake is
fun of him
ridiculous.
several times over the course of this song for getting violated as a child.
Touch My Body by Mariah Carey play, you probably start reflecting.
Which didn't even happen, by the way.
Exactly.
According to the song that Drake is referencing here. Kendrick does have a record on his last album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, called Mother I Sober. It is the climax of the soundtrack, the song the whole album really builds up to. Mr. Morale in general is a serious record that covers a lot of sensitive topics. In the song, Kendrick tells that one of his cousins was violating people in his family, and his mother questioned him whether he had been violated himself.
Family ties, they accused my cousin. Did he touch you, Kendrick? Never lied, but no one believed me when I said he didn't.
Kendrick
exactly. He said that he didn't not get molested. He did not get molested. But Drake's dumbass, he didn't actually hear the song, or at least didn't pay attention to the lyrics.
Explicitly states here that he was not touched, and the real message is that his mother was paranoid and thought there was no way it could not have happened due to trauma from her past where she was violated herself. Drake not only misinterprets this lyric, but also uses it as some sort of own.
Idiot.
Like, read the room, dude. Look what you're being accused of. And then more cringe ensues because I've never heard anyone have to rap about not being a predator. I mean, the fact that Kendrick backed him into that corner and put him on the
P. Diddy Jr.
is monumental in why he's winning this battle.
Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was f***ing young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested.
Oh my God,
I'm way too
bro.
famous for that shit you just suggested.
And bro, they went in on social media. I seen so many posts on social media going in on this point about how true it is. Dog, what? First of all, Drake, you're one of the richest music artists on the planet. You have hush money for days. You have the money to pay people off to not say shit. That's number one. Number two, maybe you was just smooth with it. You was slick. You was getting away with shit. Because nigga P. Diddy got away with it for years. Bill Cosby got away with what he did for years, if it even happened. I'm still skeptical on it, but hey, man, he already doing time, so whatever. R. Kelly got away with doing what he was doing for years. What do you mean that if I was really doing that, I'd have been arrested? No, that's not necessarily true. What?
Which is just an insane thing to say, considering the more powerful and famous you are, the more you can get away with this nasty shit.
Exactly.
Look at the countless examples of weirdos in the entertainment industry.
Drake is not a name that you gonna see on no offender list.
No, it would be Aubrey Graham.
With Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I never looked twice at no teenager.
Oh, get his ass. I ain't gotta say nothing. Get him.
Conscious coming to light, as Kendrick had never name-dropped Millie Bobby Brown or said Stranger Things or any allusion to this being who he was exactly talking about when it came to a minor.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Drake being a creep rumor
Drake ass.
started back when she said
His ass be on social media, bro, is what it is. I'm telling you, because a lot of the shit that he said in the heart, I seen all over social media before he even put that shit out. Bruh, Drake ass be on social media. He probably seen people bringing up Millie Bobby Brown, so he decided to put that in the rap. Hey, man, this was a direct, I think that last wasn't even like really a response to Kendrick. It was a direct, like, okay, how can I save face to the public? At the end of the day, that's what I care about. I don't want my public image tarnished. Drake, this shit gonna follow you, bro.
Obviously, the Drake being a creep.
He gonna still be a big artist and everything, but
she said they were close and texting when she was only 14, as I showed you earlier.
Shit crazy.
Personally, I don't think any father should be comfortable with their teenage daughter being in direct contact with someone 17 years older than herself.
In fact,
and there's several other instances.
I don't care if it's a celebrity. What you texting back and forth with this nigga for?
You're with young women. But obviously nothing comes.
Yeah, that 17-year-old.
The rest of Drake's diss just consists of the same things he said in
Oh my God, bro.
He also spends a minute going into a spoken word, which is just really bad.
Stop botting views. I seen people making that point too. They try to say Kendrick was botting views. Bro, yeah, this is Kendrick Lamar, bro. You don't have to stay in the music industry making music all the goddamn time to get views, bro. He has a cult fan base. He has a cult following, a big one. So when Kendrick Lamar wants to drop music, he drops music, it goes crazy, then he can disappear for years, which he does do. And then he can come back and drop more music and it's gonna go crazy. It's Kendrick, it's K-Dot, bro. This is what he does. You don't have to do that. It's kind of like Corey Kenshin on YouTube. Corey Kenshin on YouTube. This man can leave for damn near an entire year. But when he come back and start uploading videos, we right back to it. It's like he back like he never left. He getting the same viewership, probably even more viewership than he was getting before he left. That's how Corey Kenshin do. But then he gonna disappear for a long time again. It be like that, bro. And it wasn't botting views. Drake just wasn't getting that many views. I don't know if y'all know this, but it was some reactors getting more views than Drake's actual video at first. Like I was watching, I don't know if y'all know who No Life Shaq is, but I fuck with the homie Shaq. His reaction to the Heart Part 6 within the first like hour had way more views than the actual Heart Part 6. The Heart Part 6 was at like 60,000 after the first hour. His was at like 200,000. That shit was hilarious. The Heart Part 6 is like way over the 10 million mark now though, so.
To me, this better not be the end of the battle for Drake because this record was weak.
Well, it's over now.
He had no choice but
he quit.
to more or less defend himself, but this was bad. I mean, Drake fans everywhere dropped to their knees after hearing this one. Because at least
I didn't watch none of Academics reactions yet.
Drake has already been crowned the loser, which is a position we've never seen him in before.
Yeah, Drake's never lost a beef.
About this beef to me is that Drake is the one who actually welcomed Kendrick into the game.
He would have lost to Meek if Meek was spotted in time back then.
He gave him that major placement
we know how that
in his
went.
album Take Care. And it really is crazy to me how prophetic that song now is. Okay, so the song is called Buried Alive, and it's about Kendrick learning about and adjusting to fame through the lens of Drake walking him through the industry door.
I'm in the matter of man, arm wrestling hands. I was dope when I said the music business was all I needed. When I died, I was greeted by an alien that said last year that she slept with a Canadian that gave him an addiction that'll keep him in Mercedes-Benz.
Bro, what AI voice is that?
Drake and his lust for material possession and women. This person who greets him probably wants Kendrick to follow a similar fate.
My vice is similar. Women love when you're my type and you're winning from everything that you palm right. Put in the Palms Hotel, Sin City, Devil in Dress, Platinum Chanel. Live the ambiance all cause the audience said one day I would do it. So instead of a verse being read, I'ma go and get some head off the strength of my music.
Fame is making Kendrick a degenerate and turning him away from his religion. It's hard to not become a different person once your ego finally gets massaged.
Same day we say we in the area cruising in Toronto. Hit me on my cellular. I thought he was gonna sell me a false word like the rappers I know. Sat down with a few drinks located where you can't see us.
I wish the beat was there, but I understand why it's not.
Drake picks up Kendrick and takes him around to industry people, showing him the fast life of fame and women.
Felt like the initiation, a reality living in the matrix.
My phone don't shut up.
Actually about the industry and how the
vibrating and shit.
Makers for the shit he making. Then he said he was the same age as myself and didn't help cause it made me even more rude.
I'm actually getting a call right now. Be right back. All right, I'm back. I had to answer that phone call.
Myself and didn't help cause it made me even more rude and impatient.
Kendrick now lusts for what Drake has and is jealous because he has accomplished more at the same age. This only further pushes his envy and hunger for more fame and notoriety.
So blame it on Mr. OVOXO. The breathing all the vanity I know.
Damn, we doing a whole breakdown? I feel you, but damn.
But I live a double life, I need to let it go. The reason why the highlight was when he said you...
Hearing this AI voice is annoying. It's like nails on a chalkboard right now.
Full of money, full of power, full of pussy, full of fame, and bury yourself alive. Then I died.
Kendrick literally just laid out the life that he could have had if he went the same direction as Drake. Because at the time, they were both still very green with wide eyes, and Drake really steered full force into fame and a lust for all things that people crave, while Kendrick really fought the temptation and stayed as humble and normal as possible. He's just always been the more calculated artist. Yes, Drake has of course been bigger. Like I said, he's the biggest pop star
literally
of
the
our
biggest
generation. But I knew when it came down to if one was gonna outthink the other, it would likely be Kendrick.
Of course.
I'm sure a lot of you disagree with me. I definitely want to know down below in the comments. I know it's gonna be a war zone because I feel like this has been one of those things where almost no one is just new.
Bro, this is a moment in history, dog.
Have gone really far to kind of stretch the truth in these situations. And if anyone can come forward with some undeniable, concrete proof of their allegations, that would flip this whole thing around.
Yeah, that's what we need, bro.
But either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching.
That's the only way for Drake to win.
Dropping a like and subscribing. But as you
he was never gonna win with the bars.
Superman.
Yeah. All right, man. So I pretty much went over everything that I had to say in the moments during the reaction. So it ain't really much to say. This is just a nice little wrap up, man. Yeah, man. Drake made himself look bad. His legacy is gonna have a tarnish on it. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that Drake ain't gonna still be big. He's still gonna be popping. He's still gonna make all his money. He's still gonna get all these views. Yeah, he's still gonna do all that. But this L he just took is gonna follow him forever. Like, that's what it does, bro, when you lose a big beef like that. And these allegations gonna follow him too, bro. So they better hope that people don't dig beneath the surface and find more shit on him. That's all I gotta say. But yo, this is a good video by JAMARI. Hope y'all enjoyed the reaction. Hope y'all enjoyed my input and takes on everything. I damn near doubled the length of his video from what I'm seeing right here. So I'll have to try to cut it down to make sure it ain't too long. But yeah, man, that's what happens when you do reactions. You know what I'm saying? You give your insight. You don't just sit there and listen. You talk. God damn it. Make sure y'all show a lot of love to the video. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, we up out of this thing. This is what Dairu, we signing out. Peace.